A very good morning. A very good morning to Mr. Uzaidi Udanis, the President of Malaysian Tourism Council, Dr. Rusdi of iPortal, the co-founder of iPortal, and also Mr. Fazal Bahadin, the founder and CEO of Crescent Rating and Halal Trip. So today is a very important day for us as we see that there is a MOU signed between MTC, iPortal, Crescent Rating, and DHS. Now, the objective of this MOU to be signed is number one is to see how iPortal can help the SMEs in the tourism industry in Malaysia and also help to promote Malaysia as a destination, Muslim friendly destination. And the purpose of the MOU with Crescent Rating is basically to see and to share and to get knowledge on the rating system, the importance of having rating, and how the hotels in Malaysia can seek help from Halal Trip to promote their product. So without further ado, I will call upon the President of Malaysian Tourism Council, Mr. Uzaidi Udanis, to give a few words on this event today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Sri. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, everybody, and good evening, wherever you are. Dr. Rusdi Siddiq, CEO and co-founder iPortal Life. Mr. Fazal Bahadin, CEO and founder Crescent Rating and Halal Trips. Dr. Sri Kumar, Group Director, DSS Hospitality Academy, and Professor Dato Dr. Ansari. Welcome, Doctor. Salam and good morning and good evening. Today is actually another history in making as Malaysia Tourism Council is venturing into an international halal tourism and consumer market, where we are confident with partnering with iPortal, with Crescent Rating and Halal Trips, and also especially iPortal, which is based in New York, will benefit Malaysian halal entrepreneurs, especially the small and medium enterprise in Malaysia. Even though the world is still facing the pandemic of COVID-19, but the halal products is expected to grow. I was told that to grow around $2.6 trillion by 2024, with the largest market value coming from the North America. The halal cosmetics are actually expected to reach more than 54 billion in US dollar in value by next year. So some of the biggest growth opportunities that I can see for the global halal market is the leisure, tourism, and especially the consumer products in terms of branding halal foods as healthy and producing organic food, halal food. So our agenda, people were asking me, what's the agenda? What is our Malaysia Tourism Council's agenda? Well, our agenda is very clear. We have been very focused in terms of assisting Malaysians halal SME products players, especially the tourism players and also the manufacturing companies to penetrate successfully to the world's market. I hope one fine day, Malaysian products like satay, Malaysia, like roti prata or roti canai, here we call it here in Malaysia, or other Malaysian products. We have so many Malaysian products, or even fruits. We'll be able to penetrate, especially the prime Americans hypermarket, such as Walmart, Kroger, and Whole Foods and Aldi. So when Malaysian products are easily accessible in retailing network, it will make our job easier for the tourism players to promote Malaysia as a prime holiday and investment destination for any respective market. So it's very important for us to position our products in the prime area, in the prime rack, in the prime retailing network. So a few days ago, Prime Minister of Malaysia has announced that Malaysians are allowed to travel internationally, subject to, of course, subject to the complying of the terms and conditions or SOP. So therefore, it's very timely for our MOU, and it's timely to say to all the Malaysians entrepreneurs out there, especially the halal entrepreneurs, let's expand our market globally. It's about time for us to look and to visualize and to capture the blue oceans. We have been in the dormant situation for more than 20 months. So we need to step out and to make sure that we are far ahead, and there's a market there. So with our strong partnerships with iPortal, with the Crescent ratings, I'm so sure, we are so confident, and let us pray that our dream can be. Very much for these opportunities. Really looking forward for this good future relationships. Inshallah, we have a good, bright future. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Encik Uzaidi, for your short speech. And we see the light out of the dark tunnel. So we still have hope that tourism is not a sunset business; it's still is a sunrise business. And without further ado, I call upon Dr. Rushdie, the founder and CEO of iPortal. Doctor.
Okay. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you very much for the introduction. It's a pleasure and honor for us to be part of this wonderful global brands, Crescent Ratings Halal Trip, one of the pioneers in the Muslim lifestyle space. We are honored for them to be here, and we look forward to their leadership in this collaboration. There's hospitality. Dr. Sukumar, you've been a one-man show, basically putting a number of these initiatives together, and I think collectively you are one of the guiding lights in the hospitality tourism space. And Brother Uzaidi, I cannot say enough about the enthusiasm that you have basically shown us, and your enthusiasm is infectious, and together I think all of us are re-energized to take this to the next step. And Dr. Ansari, thank you for being with us, instrumental in this whole collaboration. Just a few things I'd like to say. One is external shocks accelerate innovation. So if we look at the COVID as the external shock, we see what's happened in the economic sectors, such as the financial sector, such as the education sector, such as consumer sector with grocery delivery apps. So we're seeing disruption in these other sectors. We need to disrupt the travel and tourism sector in the new normal. And the new normal is about micro SMEs and SMEs. They are part and parcel of any economy, especially in the emerging markets. How can we link them to grow with the Muslim lifestyle tourism and tourism hospitality space? I think taking a marketplace approach where we're bringing in awareness to their offering is the first step, and then the offering should sell itself. So that's the first thing. The second thing is building corridors. I think it's important that Southeast Asia, led by places like Malaysia, need to build travel corridors to other markets, such as the GCC. And one of the areas from the GCC is to try to bring in high-end tourism into Malaysia. Typically, they have the tendency to basically navigate towards Europe, US, Australia. But I think in having and focusing in on what this collaboration will, on sustainable tourism, on tech tourism, on waqf tourism, and there's 66 types of tourism, we should at least generate some excitement of the high-end tourist market from the Gulf coming into this part. So we're extremely excited about the second part. The last thing that I'll say is the travel and tourism area has a high carbon footprint because it is so massive, and sustainable development goals is an important part of being responsible industries. So we look forward in working with these stakeholders to focus in on measuring and mitigating the carbon footprint of the travel and tourism industry, including carbon offsets. So we're extremely excited in a number of these things. And I want to thank him, all the stakeholders once again for allowing our iPortal to be part of this journey. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Roshdi, for the short speech. And I just want to announce that Prof. Ansari won't be able to come. I think he's having an issue with the internet connection. So we will still proceed on the MOU. Okay, I would like to call Mr. Fazal Baharuddin, who is the founder and COO of Crescent Rating and also Halal Trip. I pass it over to you, Mr. Fazal.
Rahim. Mr. Zaid Yudanis, President, Malaysian Tourism Council, Dr. Rushdi Siddiqui, CEO and co-founder iPortal, Dr. Sri Kumar Sivakumaran, Group Director, DHS Hospitality Academy. Assalamu alaikum and a very good day to everyone. First of all, I really would like to thank all of you, Mr. Zaidi and Dr. Rushdi and Dr. Sri. Thank Malaysia Tourism Council, iPortal and DHS Hospitality for enabling this collaboration. As we look forward to the restarting of the travel sector, I really think such partnerships will become crucial so that we can bring together our respective know-how and strengths to accelerate the economic recovery. As Rushdi was saying, I think partnerships and cross-collaboration will become a key pillar in the new normal. Just a bit about Crescent Rating. Since 2008, Crescent Rating has been at the forefront of leading and driving the Muslim travel market through practical and really deliverable solutions in what we now regard as one of the fastest growing segments in the tourism sector. We have used a lot of data insights, industry intelligence, behavior research on the needs of the Muslim traveler to really deliver a lot of guidance on all aspects of halal tourism to governments and organizations around the globe. Through our consumer platform, Halal Trip, we aim to be the trusted global online platform catering for Muslim travelers so that they can make inspired and educated travel choices. If you look at the travel space, we believe that 2022 will be the year of recovery, and we hope 2023 will truly be the year of rebound. And in this scenario, I think Muslim market will definitely play a significant role in accelerating the recovery. As we mentioned and published in the Mastercard Crescent Rating Global Muslim Travel Index 2021, international Muslim travel arrivals grew from an estimated 108 million in 2013 to 160 million in 2019. And that was the highest ever recorded number of Muslim arrivals since we started tracking these numbers. But of course, the pandemic had a huge impact. The numbers dropped to almost 42 million in 2020. However, we project that the market will recover up to 80% of 2019 levels by 2023. So I think it is imperative that all sectors in the travel economy are really geared and ready to capture this segment as we start our recovery journey. So given all that, we are really looking forward to this collaboration so that we can engage with all stakeholders, develop and execute, really robust plans to cater to the Muslim travel market, and really looking forward to this collaboration with MTC, with DHS, Hospitality, and iPortal. So yeah, thank you and Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fazal, for the speech. It looks exciting for 2022. And we have Prof. Dr. Ansari. Professor, good morning.
Morning. Sorry, I'm late. But I thought it's 10 o'clock. And I
no
had
problem.
a breakfast meeting somewhere else.
No problem. So now it is your turn to give a short speech, Professor. And everyone has finished. And thank you for being here.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all. Again, apologies for being late. I actually thought it was 10 o'clock and arranged for a breakfast meeting with another colleague of mine. It's been a long time since we had breakfast meetings, so I had a breakfast meeting. So suddenly I'm reminded, so I took out my laptop and sitting here having this kind of thing. So anyway, thank you very much for inviting me to officiate this MOU ceremony. I think it is so important, talking about tourism and hospitality industry itself and how significant it is, how it impacts all our lives. And I was just listening to the radio this morning, and Thailand is beginning to open up their opening up bubbles as well for the tourism industry, because they're saying that they just can't afford to close anymore. So beginning next month, they're opening up as well, the tourism industry. So it shows how important this industry is and how it impacts each and every one of us, because whether we like it or not, each and every one of us is a tourist in one way or another at some point, in the calendar year, either we're taking domestic tourism or we're going overseas or whatever kind of thing. So this MOU, I think, particularly the members who are involved in this MOU, I think are all key players. Some of them are domestic players and some of them are what they call international players, particularly iPortal, which is playing a very important role here. I think the combination and collaboration between the strengths that we have, each of us have, and particularly with the the advisory role as well, that our good brother Uzani from MTC plays. I think that's very important, because I think the council plays a very important role in catalyzing the development of the industry itself, or maybe not development industry, catalyzing the revitalization of the industry, which has gone into some kind of hibernation, in some cases gone to ICU as well, and how to revive that, that industry. I think Dr. Sri Kumar was telling me at one time that there are tens of different types of tourism, and that comes to my mind: sports tourism, ecotourism, medical tourism, general tourism kind of thing. So when you look at all the various types of tourism, I think there is space for the collaborators in this particular MOU to start looking at specific types of tourism that we could encourage and get involved with. Particularly the target markets that we're going for. If we're looking at halal tourism itself, then what aspect of halal tourism subsection of halal tourism are we looking and targeting for, and which which types of tourism are we going for? Because I think if we look at tourism and hospitality per se, depending on the type of tourist that you're targeting for, you will have different kinds of tastes and spending limits, etc., and all that kind of thing. And I think we are going for specific tourists. Then I think we should have specific programs for development of such kind of industry. So my hope is that with this MOU, and I'm happy to see that all the parties are involved, and you guys are finishing way ahead of time, because I'm supposed to be talking at around 9:15, 9:45 or something like that, and I'm talking at 9:19 and finishing my speech at 9:19. So I'm not sure what happened. It's been a warp speed, as you say, as a Star Trek say, warp speed. Probably this is an indication of how eager we are as players in this industry to get things going at warp speed, and bringing up things and getting things moving as quickly as we can. Because another aspect of the tourism industry is that it impacts the economy of many families. So I think the fact that if we could ramp up all of the activities as quickly as possible, the positive impact of these families who are now struggling, and many have lost their jobs, many are running on on cut salaries, etc., and all that kind of thing. This would be something good as well. So it's good to see that things are moving at warp speed. And Dr. Sri Kumar himself has been only very active in this area. He's busy, I think, giving webinars all over the place now. I'm not sure whether the Perak webinar has been successful or not. So I'm looking forward to this collaboration. And thank you so much for inviting me again. And with this, I would like to also hope that with the launch of this MOU, it will move forward to a proper agreement and a much more solid relationship of collaborating between the various parties who are involved with this MOU. I wish you all success, and may God bless this Almighty bless this MOU for every success that we all are aspiring for. Thank you very much, Dr. Sri.
Thank you, Professor. The Perak event is on the 22nd of October.
Hmm.
So we have not launched it yet.
Not launched yet. Yeah,
Yes,
I
on the
noticed that
22nd.
iPortal is also involved very heavily in that
Yes.
Perak
Yes.
launch. Yeah.
Yes, and we have this Friday in Langkawi, and then we are launching in Sandakan, in Kota Kinabalu, Kiningau, Sarawak, and then Melaka. So we are by end of the year we should cover whole of Malaysia.
Have we looked at Terengganu?
Terengganu, yes, we are looking, but we are looking for a partner in Terengganu.
Because
And we have also been invited on the 27 and 28 of November to Perak on they're having a Perak tourism fair, which is being organized by the state government. They have invited us to have 2 webinars, and during that session we are going to launch the Asia School of Hospitality.
oh, okay, great. Because I noticed that just about 3 days ago, the Kelantan state government was also talking about opening up and getting ready for tourism in Kelantan.
Correct.
I think do not forget the east coast of Malaysia, particularly Kelantan, Terengganu, and Pahang too has got a lot to offer. So I think you have to look at those states as well and not just concentrate on the west coast.
Correct, because in the pipeline by November we should cover Melaka, Johor, Pahang, Kelantan, and Terengganu. And then because we are pushing for the Malaysian Industrial Attachment Training Program, a lot of companies are coming forward to sponsor. So even yesterday, the PATA Malaysian chapter spoke to me. So we are quite excited about what is happening right now with ACT. And so we look forward for a better 2022. We end 2021 with all this event with the help of MTC and also Mr. Uzaidi, and then Dr. Roshdi, who has been very supportive, and not forgetting Mr. Fazal, who has come on board.
That's good.
And DHS success, basically, I would say here very openly, is because of Dato' Ansari. He has been a great pillar, a great advisor, and a great supporter. So thanks.
Oh, pleasure. I'm just wondering, Apani, maybe sometime later in the year or maybe beginning of next year, maybe we can invite our our brother Usaidi to come and launch our center physically. We have a small center, in in AU campus. So at least we have got a physical presence as well. We can put up all the banners and all the other all the other buntings, etc. kind of thing. And we can project all the collaborators, I think, very clearly. So at least you got a space as well, not just appearing virtually, but the Asian Center is is a space as well, and you can do your training there, etc. and all that kind of thing.
Correct.
Yeah,
happy to do that, doctor.
Yeah, and then we can get Brother Rushdi as well as Zaidi to be fellows of the center, and
Thank you.
they could be the big players within the center itself.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Not forgetting Mr. Fazal of Crescent Rating, a very powerful man. Yesterday I was talking to Dato' Azizan, the ex-Director General of Tourism Malaysia. And when I mentioned Fazal's name, he said, I went and received an award from him twice.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. So I think as long as you get the key players on board and actors on board, inshallah, this initiative will be successful.
Thank you, Dato' Ansari, for appointing Dr. Roshdi and all the team members as fellow to the center. Thank you very much.
Here we have the signature. Okay.
Yes. So this is basically what we were talking about, and we have all the 4 signatures there. And so with this, our event comes to an end. We had to go fast because Uzaidi has to go to EPU for a meeting.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Inche Uzaidi, for your time.
Enjoy yourself in EPU.
I will be drilled. Left and right.
And now, congratulations, because you are the fellow of the Asia Center for Tourism.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We'll make it official. I was telling Dr. Sri, we'll have different categories of fellows, and of course the key players will be holding a much more prestigious fellowship than the smaller players.
So honored. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
And also congratulations Dr. Roshdi and Encik Fazal to become the fellow of the ACT. I believe that with you all being there, we can bring this to greater heights, especially Uzadi. I mean, with all your effort and wisdom in tourism, I think this will fly very high. No? So thank you very much. Enjoy yourself at the EPU. Try to get some funds for us if you can.
Inshallah.
You know, and thanks Haley for everything, and stay safe, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
you.
Thank you very much,
We'll
Doctor.
keep in touch, yeah?
Thank you very much.
We'll keep in
Okay,
touch.
thank you. Bye bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Bye bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.